What's going on, everyone? It is Average Player here with the renewed Rocket Dragon Link deck profile, and I would be lying if I said that this was my first time doing this rendition, because it is not. I recorded it yesterday, and then I went back and checked the recording, because I generally always check my recordings, make sure audio is there and everything, because there's been a few times where I've gone and checked it, and the audio has not been there, or it's cut, or there's something wrong with the video, and, well, this time there was something wrong with the video, so I guess I'm going to do it again. Went off one of the viewers, who gave me a very good idea on how to have the deck so it's a little bit better with consistency, and is able to put up close to the same amount of same level of boards I was putting up beforehand. Sorry, I had to reorganize the deck. So it's able to put up close to the same power of boards I was able to beforehand. I've only done like 1 to 2 combos with this deck. My words are not coming to me. I've only done 1 to 2 combos with this deck in this version. Right now, I'm still learning it, so there's not going to be a deck profile just quite yet. I'm waiting to learn the deck and the combos before I go and do the deck profile, because as you guys know, I do the deck profile, I'll do some combos, I'll take it to locals, see how it performs, change a few things around. As I'm learning the deck, I'll change a few things around, and then when I start topping with it, like going first, second, third, with this deck at locals, I don't change it as much, and the deck, the combo tutorials become more elongated as I learn different combos and teach you guys how to play through certain things. Like the recent one with my Sprite deck profile, how I taught you guys how to play through Shifter. The Dino deck profile, how I taught you guys how to play through Shifter, in the whole 9 yards. So we're going to try to make this go as fast as possible. We're going to start off with the Rocket cards. 2 Rocket Tracer, 1 Caliber, 1 Recharge. Just the card I was talking about that I was missing. Right, sometimes you need this level 4 non-tuner, and it's a Rocket. Sometimes you can open the Tracer, and sometimes you can full combo without the summon of Tracer, right? And then you can summon Tracer, and if you get a Recharger out, basically gives you another negate. If you get out another Caliber, you're basically stuck there and you're making a Link 2. Right? 1 Rocket Synchron. This card, I honestly have thought about cutting it, but it does come up. And the way I play the deck is I'd use this to summon one of these two and not this more, because the level 4s are better. Rocket Synchron does come up. It's a good late game normal summon to puke back out a card like Absolute Dragon. Right, which I'm going to put it in the Rocket category because it is an honorary Rocket card. That's what I'm going to be calling it. An honorary Rocket card, because this card you get sent to the graveyard to add a Rocket. So this, special disc back, Link 2, you get to add a Rocket in your chain blocking. And it's good for late game. We'll continue 1 Boot Sector Launch. That came from 3 to 2 on this recent deck profile, as I was paying attention to what my viewer was telling me. He seems very smart, because he brought some cards back into light for me, as cards like the Red Eyes Engine, which I'm going to be getting into later, to play, so that it helps with the combo. And they aren't really bricking, because it's actually a good chain block, shall I say, because I used to have my Rocket deck made like that, and then I gave it to my buddy, and we switched decks. And then now it's, I got the Rocket deck back, and we switched decks again. That's how we do things. We just switch decks back and forth, and I'm trying to, as we're both trying to learn different decks. So, we're going to go with the Chaos Engine now. 3 Safer, 1 Levianeer, Black and White Dragon, and Chaos Space. Let me move these down now. Alright. These cards, if they're any higher, you play them at higher levels. You play at 2 or 3 if they're at 2 or 3, but they're at 1. Levianeer is good. People don't realize just how good it is to open it in your opening hand if you already have... if you can make full combo and you're able to get this, either you search with Chaos Space or you open it, right? This card is amazing. Being able to, your opponent's hand trapping you, right? Being able to yet rip another card out of your opponent's hand is really strong. When I get a side deck built for this thing, I will do another deck profile with the side deck, right? But your side deck right now at this point is at least going to consist of three triple attack and 1 thrust, because this plus triple attack equals 2 cards out of their hand, and every hand mostly has access to. Excuse me. Wow, I've been hiccuping. Every hand at least has one access to at least one hand trap. Sometimes they don't. Other times they do. The only hand trap that doesn't really matter is imperm, because it doesn't trigger off your tactics or your tactics, but it'll make them go -3. Any other hand trap will make them go -3 because you use a hand trap, and then you're ripping a card with this, ripping a card with tactics. Right, so that's one of the degenerate plays that Rockets can do. Like I said, 3 talents, 1 thrust, or whatever. Doesn't really matter. We're going with the last of the 3 generic dragons that we're playing. Destrudo, which I love, Nocto, and Omni Dragon Brotar. This card's nuts. You trigger off Hieratic Seal, you special this in defense position, and you get a rock, and you get basically any dragon to your hand. It's your Mega Nut as a level 1. So this is good. It gets linked away, draw a card, you can special summon it from your hand free if you special summon a dark monster. And Destrudo is just really damn good for making that Synchro 7. And most of the time, you can just get Destrudo out, and you're not locking yourself in the darks or anything. You make Synchro 7, Ancient Fairy Dragon, continue on. It's also good because if you have a level 6 on board, you can decrease its level by 6, make it a 1, right? Make it a 7 or whatever. You have a level 1 on board. You can target it, make it a 6, so you have access to Chaos Angel. It's a whole bunch of good stuff. Well, like I said, with the Red Ice cards, 2 Black Metal and 1 Darkness Metal. In the part where I said it's a chain block, right? And so you open it, you normal summon Black Metal. You link it away, summon Striker Dragon. Chain 1 Striker Dragon, chain 2 Black Metal. Black Metal adds this to your hand. Adds the Darkness Metal to your hand. Striker Dragon will then get you your Boot Sector launch, because you got to chain block it. And it's very good at that. That's why I was talking about the chain blocking. And then you also have... oh, you just interrupted me enough. Let me get another dragon out and another dragon out so I can at least make something. Right, because the Red Eyes Darkness Metal does revive a dragon from your graveyard. We're going to talk about this miscut Lubellion here for a second. Right here. Wow, that is miscut. But anyway, 3 Lubellion. We're going with the Bestial stuff now. 3 Druiswarm, 2 Serenir, 1 Mega Nut, 1 Baldrake. 1 Baldrake, Beast and Regained. This is the whole engine that we're playing. This is probably... I don't know. The person who told me to do this is very smart with it. If I were thinking about it in an exact way, I'd probably cut Serenir down to 1. Just to help a little bit with consistency, because the Druiswarm is good for sending monsters to the graveyard. Mega Nut, you want it because it searches a dragon. And then Baldrake is just good. You tribute off another monster to banish a card to summon from the extra deck, which is super good. Now we're going with the hand traps. Alright. 3 Effect Veiler, as I said in this deck, Effect Veiler is loads better than Imperm, because it is a late monster. So there's that. 3 Ash Blossom. Yeah, I wanted to say Ash Blossom, but it's Ash Blossom. And 1 Called by the Grave. So... generic hand traps, except, like I said, the Veiler is better than Imperm because you discard the Veiler for cost and it's a light monster, and your opponent generally has a monster on board. Now all your Bestials are live as quick effects. So, 1 Dragon Druid, you're searching this off of Romulus. Now we're going to go into the extra deck. I'm going to do Link Monsters. If I feel like I haven't talked about the card enough, I'm just going to talk about it for a quick second as we're going through it. Striker Dragon, I don't need to explain that. It's the main card. You search Boot Sector launch, get you full combo. Pisty, it is very good. If LP and Agripane were legal, it'd be even better, but it is very, very, very good still. Get you a dragon from your graveyard on the field, continue comboing. Romulus, as I explained just a couple seconds ago, gets you that Dragon's Ravine, that much, much needed Dragon's Ravine. Because if you're able just to put 2 monsters on board, different levels, and you're not able to synchro with them, you just Romulus, get Dragon's Ravine, activate Dragon's Ravine, discard a card, send Absolrouter, add a Rokket, and continue. Hieratic Seal, as I was talking about, is very good. The effect that I didn't mention, if nobody knows what the effect of this card is during your opponent's turn, if this card is in the extra monster zone, so it has to be up top in the extra monster zone. It is a quick effect. You contribute 1 monster from your hand or field, return 1 face-up card on the field to the hand. And if this card is tributed, special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck, makes attack and defense 0. So basically what you do is you keep this in your extra monster zone. You tribute it, right, to bounce the monster back to the hand. Or 1 card, any problematic card. Doesn't target, just bounces. And then you special summon Omni Dragon Brotar. Right, there's other times you can summon Bishsteel Magnemite or whatever if Brotar isn't good enough. Right, you can... If Omni Dragon Brotar is going to be good enough, because you have to discard a card for its effect, Magnemite just does it. So, either one of those cards will work. Quad Burrow Dragon is very good. I feel like it's better for the late game, because you can tribute off a Link monster. Like, say you're able to play and you got, like, a Romulus on board and Quad Burrow, right? So use Quad Burrow to tribute off the Romulus, and then you get 2 Rocket monsters to your side of the field, right? With different names, and I can summon it from my hand or graveyard, up to Link rating. And if I used other cards like Triple Burst or something like that, that's 3 Rocket monsters, different names. You get the gist, and you're just able to keep playing and do crazy stuff. Delindrus, my combos hasn't really come up. It is a good pop for monsters that don't declare an attack. And it burns, but other than that, that's it. It summons itself back from the graveyard too. I guess it's pretty good if I have a special summon Rokket, but I haven't really used it that much in my combo testing. Triple Burst, it is a spell, Entrap, Negate. It also has Piercing. Alright, and then during your main phase, accept a card. Wow, accept to turn this card with special summon. You contribute this card, target 1 Link 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then you can special summon 1 level 4 lower dragon monster from your hand. It is very good. The card is very good. And then the best Link monster in the extra deck is Borland. Like I said, with how small this extra deck is, I'm pretty sure it's at 12 cards. You're still able to add an IP Masquerade in here. You can use it to make Borland, but it already can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And it cannot be targeted by card effects. It cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects. It cannot be targeted by your opponent's monster effects. It is a UCT with attacking opponent's monsters all 1 each, and it negates the monster effect while special summoning a monster back to your field. That's a Rokket. So you can't fit an IP Masquerade in with the Link monsters. Just, I haven't. I love this card. It's basically your unbricking Bisteel card, right? You open 2 Bisteels, you're able to get them out, you make a tomb, and then you special summon a monster, and then you just combo off. Because it doesn't negate their effects or anything, it just special summons it, makes its attack and defense 0. And then Synchros, I barely have to explain. Ancient Fairy Dragon is very good for this deck. If you open up the Dragon's Ravine, using this, get rid of Dragon's Ravine for Boot Sector if you're unable to have access to it. Say your opponent ashed your Striker Dragon or something like that, right? Ancient Fairy Dragon is able to get rid of the Dragon's Ravine to get you to Boot Sector launch anyway, and it's a free special summon of a level 4 from your hand. Borreload Savage, barely gotta even explain that. Baron, don't have to explain that. And then Chaos Angel and Dissipator, which I don't have to explain that either. So I did my best at trying to explain everything in the extra deck. And like I said, I'm still learning. It's a process for me. I'm still trying to learn the deck and get better. That's why I'm taking you guys on the journey with me of doing multiple deck profiles, and then here soon is going to come a combo tutorial. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to be soon. You know, if you guys want, I'll shuffle real quick, and I'll just do a real quick test of a draw 5, and then I'll basically just rank it 1 to 10, how good of an opening hand it is, based off of playability, accessibility going first, and playability going second. Or interactivity on my opponent's turn with hand traps. So we're just going to cut it. We're going to do a quick draw 5. Tracer, Black Metal, Quick Launch, Ash, and Quick Launch. I mean, it doesn't seem like I shuffled much, but it is very random. See, it's still random. So, this hand's amazing. Going first, going second doesn't really do much. You got the Ash, but you still got to play. Do whatever board your opponent decides to put up. Quick Launch isn't once per turn. Right, but you're still going to normal summon Black Metal and do that combo with that. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Let me know what you guys think, if I should make any changes again. I'm trying to take advice because this is one of the decks that I still don't really know much about. So keep up giving me the advice. It's really helping. Thank y'all. Have a good day.